Hello gentle people, welcome back to the channel. I have tried a couple of things in the last couple of days to do another video. And I was trying to find something simple enough so I could make a tutorial out of it, and I've basically made these little guys. A couple of them, I've made 3, trying to see how I could make a tutorial out of these ones. I've made a little whatever, blacksmith, carpenter guys, and 2 warriors, and that's what we will do today. I think it's simple enough. They are following pretty much the same tutorial as I've done with the little knight, but adds obviously a couple of things. The faces, sword on one side, and yeah, all the beard and the helmet and whatnot. So and I also painted the 2 of them with a new technique from the last video that Doug Linker has done about painting his latest little guy. So I tried that thing, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I kind of like it. So I don't know if I can put that here somewhere. Yeah, let's put it that way. Still have to work on my light, but yeah. So same thing. It's my last piece of wood with that size, so I will have to cut more. First thing first, as always, the gloves. They're starting to be kind of broken. We need to change them soon. My strop. Make sure that I give it a little couple of sides, couple of slices on both sides. Get started. So yeah, I'm staying in the same theme. I will carve probably pretty much only little Vikings and Northmen. At some point I might go up and try to do a shield maiden. Carving ladies is way more difficult than carving little dudes. You can hide a lot of things behind the beard. But yeah, one day I should probably try that. Alright, so pencil. Yeah, which side? It's kind of flattish. Kind of broken, but we'll remove that. So a line for the feet. That's the other. I put it a little bit low. Like the little knight had gigantic feet. I don't want to have that with that guy, so I don't know how much it is. Like a little bit more than half a centimeter. As for the measure, 83 mil by 40 mil by something like 30 mil, and in inches it's 1 1.25 inches by 1.5 inches by 3.25 inches. Alright, so yeah, the feet, yeah, middle line, don't forget that. It's always really helpful. Oh, I'm sloppy today. Alright. So feet, and then split the other little piece in half, something like this probably. Send it that part. Okay, that'll be the face. Where the thing differs from the little knight is obviously all the faces that we will do, and also the beard. Yeah, we can probably start carving already. I will put the sword is basically in line with the feet on the side. So I usually start a diagonal line from the feet basically, and I go all the way up. We'll be able to fix that later, it's fine. Well, this guy might have a big sword. And so you see this line here, that's for the sword. There would be nothing, it would be just an arm on the other side. And let's put his shoulder, so another little line on the back, a little bit higher. You see the lower part of the face is here, so maybe that high. The guy will not have long hair, like you can see with him, just a little bit. That's good enough. Okay. Alright, now we should be able to start carving. Little cut for the feet. I don't do a V-cut, I just do a stop cut now for the feet, so they're a little bit smaller. Alright, wood. And the trick now on the other side is that we have the sword, so you don't just carve like this. I made a cut following the sword. I cut in the angle. Okay. You can already do a V-cut all the way from one side to the other, because basically the hand will come later. Don't carve all the way, but it's for later. Alright. Remove the wood. Okay. And then, like in the other tutorial, let's link the feet together. Okay, that's good enough for now. You can always go deeper. Okay. We got the feet. Now for the face, just a couple of V-cuts. We will create the shoulders. On this side. On this side. Yeah, we could also, I guess, make the back of the head. Okay. All right. You see, for I'm coming back with my pencil again. So the hand will be, as you can see, on the side here. So with this line, we can draw a diagonal like this. Something like that. So we'll remove that part. The hand will stop here. We'll have the little handle for the sword, and we'll have a little chip in the back for the back of the sword. So So it's just for later, but yeah. So we can link both sides of the face together. Let's just cut it straight away. Okay. Take this side. We're not cutting the front because there will be the beard going down there. But we can cut the back because I want these guys to have short hair. This guy has flat-ish. This guy has a little triangle. We'll go with a flat one with this guy. That will be simpler. Okay. Okay. There's still a lot of wood to remove for obvious reason. We'll not do the arm yet. We'll probably do the arm way later. I think with the guy I finished with it, but with this one we might do it a bit faster than that. Okay. Yeah, let's give him a little butt. Same thing as the last one. Maybe at that height. Once again, it's just to give a general shape. You see the difference here is that we will not do a V-cut again because there's the hand that needs to be here. So let's leave that side for now because we'll have to remove a lot of wood when we do the D-arms. One thing we can do now is remove both corners here. We have a lot of wood to remove anyway. Once again, make sure that you don't cut the sword. This is an obvious important part of the guy. I guess if you cut it we could fix something, but yeah, let's make sure it doesn't happen. Okay. So now we will remove the side of the head all the way to the shoulders like we've done in the last one. Well, if you haven't done it, I haven't seen it, I will obviously link it in the description, but yeah, it's fine, just go along with it. So all this wood on both sides has to go away. So yeah, little by little we'll remove big chunks of wood. Could not do this part. I've done basically these two guys. The unpainted one I kind of forgot, so I didn't thin the head. It still works. It has a really thick beard, and then this guy has a thinner head, as you can see. So both works. You can work with it. Oops, punching that poor little guy in the face. Sorry about that, buddy. Should probably move that away, in fact. Okay. For this one, we'll do that. Because, yeah, it's kind of cool. Gives more space for the shoulders. Okay. So that's one side almost done. Oh, that's a big crack. That's okay. See, that's that was a big split, but it's fine. We'll remove this. We need to remove this wood anyway for the helmet. But yeah, take smarter piece if it happens, guys. It will split on one side because of the grain, so it looks like with this guy, it's this side. I went a little bit farther than the line that I traced before, but like I said, it's not that big of a deal because we have to remove this wood after anyway. Okay. That really looks bad, but it's okay. You can see now that the shoulders are more of a bigger presence. Alright. So after that, what I do is that I want to work on the beard already, at least for the shape of it. So we have these two little cuts from earlier. So basically I just make a triangle from the line to the middle line, and then same thing on the other side. You can give the little guy different shapes. You see this guy has a little cut below, if you see, cut here. Compared to these two guys, they're more triangle. We'll keep it triangle because once again it's a bit easier. So that's pretty simple. Stop cut on both sides, and then we remove the wood. You can go deep. The guy is already really thick, so it's perfectly good to remove this wood. Always remember the line that you've made for the arm here. Don't go too wide on the left side of this little guy if you remove wood. Okay, so we have the general shape of the face now with the beard. Good. What can we do now? I haven't touched the back yet because of the sword and the arms and everything. I don't want to do it yet, but we're getting there. We can thin that guy because he's really thick in the front. So just give him a little shape from the top to the bottom. We want to make him a little buff like the others, so basically remove the front wood. And I'm repeating myself, but remember the sword. Don't go too don't break the sword, basically. Okay. I'll just remove a little bit more here to remove the bandsaw slice for paint later. We'll move that anyway. Okay, so we got the general shape of the guy now, the beard. Okay, now arms, because I will attack the face later. For the arms, we have one arm that is straight. The butt here, the line that we have, I will put the lower part. That would be the lower part of the hand, and then let's have him on both sides. Like the other, it's better if your arm is bigger than smaller, because obviously we can't add wood. So stop cut on those lines. Alright. And then I can do another step cut for the hand. So now we remove all that wood, and the deeper the better, because that will make the arm pop way more. So you see I have a little, it's really dark for you, little depth, but we can go deeper than that. Later, because we will flatten this. Okay, on one side, should have done the lower part first, now that I think about it. Sorry about that, so that's okay. Just switch to the below the hand. We will remove the wood from the feet. That will be a little bit better and easier to work with. Okay. So now we see we have the lower part. So let's remove all that wood all the way to the hand, which is approximately around here. Alright, so that's the side that splits. It's easier to remove when it splits, but it's a bit dangerous to maybe remove a little bit too much wood. Okay. Alright, so going back to the arm, you see all that piece of wood here. We'll remove that. Make sure the cut is deep enough. We remove the wood. Deeper. There we go. Beautiful. Another cut from this side. All right. So we see the arm is popping out now. We'll fix that later for the shoulders. Let's try more wood. My glove is really giving away. So this is the tricky part. That's the arm with the sword, because it's in an angle. So we already have the cut with the sword, so we'll do the same thing. I don't know if you see, but you will see at least. Follow the lines that you have with a stop cut. Like I said, it's better if it's bigger to start with. So now we have the arm, the hand will be around this part here, and we have the little sword. We have to do the same thing, it's just a little bit trickier because it's not straight, but it's pretty much the same thing. Just make sure you have your stuff cut, and there we go, give it a little go, little piece at a time, and cut that wood. So we should see the sword from the top here, so you need to make sure that you remove, well, it's kind of hard for me to show you, I guess. My light is, it's a bit too dark, but yeah, you see, maybe. We need to see the sword on the side, so make sure you remove enough wood. That's a big chunk. I can probably remove that part from the top. If it cracks everything, that's fine, we can fix it. Okay, so we have pretty much the same size on both sides. Now we need to remove that part and that part in the back. So what I do, I just do a little same thing here. I give a little, that'll be the back of the hand, this part here. We have this stop cut here that we've done, and we do another one on this side. And just go slowly to make sure you don't cut too deep or remove a part, to have this little edge here, and then you can go and remove the top part. There we go. Then a bit deeper. Okay. There we go. Please. This part really wants to. Alright. So now we have both arms. One with the sword, one without. So that was pretty much the hardest part, really. The face is not that hard, it's just a little bit of cuts from the beard and everything. So let's remove a little bit of wood from the chest. Okay, let's fix the shoulder a little bit now, because the arm popping. So we will cut both the chest and the arm in one slice, like this. And you see now it's coming back together. Two should do the tricks. We'll do the same thing on the back. Maybe it will need a little bit more. Alright. So we have the shoulder back. This one might be a bit trickier because it's farther, but should do the same. Closer on this side. Okay, that should do. Alright. Okay. We can remove that whole part of the wood. Same thing, because obviously the feet have to be cut all the way down to here, like on the other side. So we already have this stop cut. We'll give a little bit more love. Can do a little one here, like we've done for the hand. I realized that my camera stopped filming exactly at 29 minutes, so sorry guys, you've missed a little part that I've done here. I removed the wood from the bottom of the sword. So you see on both sides now we have wood cut. On one side we have the sword, and on one side we have the little arm that is alone, not holding anything. Okay, we can remove that little chip here. That will not be needed. Okay. Now we can join we can make the bum. On both sides. I will really try to see if I can fast forward a couple of parts in this video and this one, because I think that will be a long one. Okay. So since we have the sword already on that side, we will not do what I do normally to join this feet here. We'll just do it on this side. Just join both the lower part and the butt. Okay, we still have, if you still have the middle line, make a cut in the middle to not lose the little feet. Put it here. Okay. Now obviously you will see that the left foot is way bigger for the obvious reason that the sword is there. So the same length as the inside here. Make a little cut. And then remove only one side. There we go. So later we'll remove this little part here so the sword will pop. Okay, so we have the feet now in the front. You can do the same thing in the back, but now or later. We still have the line, so why not do it? Up. Both sides. Okay. That'll do for now. We'll come back there later after. Okay, let's round the back a bit. Because that's a lot of wood. Cut the edges. It's always fun to remove big chunks. Remove the corners. That side, obviously, don't remove it. That's the hand. We could have a little cut here, stop cut, and then remove that part with a side cut like this. So that will make the hand pop out a little bit if I can remove that. I can remove even more wood here for the butt. Okay, there's a flat part. We'll remove that later. Okay, the head. Let's do the head now. I think it's time. So you need, I think we'll round it first. So round the head from like maybe the middle part-ish. I kind of like the guys to have a big, really thick beard. So we still have the center line on the front and the back. We will round the head to the middle here. You know, heads are like a egg shape, so try to round it so it sort of like creates an egg shape. All this wood here, now that I think about it, can be removed all the way to the back of the neck here. So yeah, pop that thing up. Looks like that's where it splits for me. Okay. Round it, cut the corner, remove these parts here. This is not needed. Round it, round it, round it. Make sure there's no flat. There he is. So you see that the front is flat here, but yeah. We can cut these already. Always remember the middle line. Okay, it's getting rounder. The moment you see a little spike like this one, remove that. You don't want that. Okay. So now it's fairly round. Take your pencil. So we want to put the helmet. Give it a good. Give the helmet at least some length. So because we'll round that part, so it needs to have a little space. So do it all the way around. That'll give you a good line to make the stop cut to make the helmet. Whoa, I'm going in the diagonal here. Okay. I'm really bad at cutting straight, guys, so yeah, my things are not perfect. So we have the line for the helmet. So now it's up to you. We have two choices. That's up to you. We can keep the front Viking helmet. They had a little nose protector, or you can go without. I think for this one we will go without. I kind of feel like it. So we'll just go with this, and then we want to have a line for the nose. Like, you want a big nose, you want a small nose. It's really up to you. I will have, yeah, I kind of like big nose, you know. So we draw a big nose. There we go, a big one. And then the mouth would be around here, something like this. Okay, so we will. I start with the helmet because we carve in, and then we will be able to do the rest. So yeah, a stop cut along the front line. We don't have to do all the way around for now. We can just start with the back. Alright. Then just remove wood to the stop cut of the helmet. Oops. Okay. Try to be straight, obviously. You don't want a wobbly helmet, but like I just said, I'm so bad at this. So yeah. I hope you're better than me to stop cut straight. Okay. So we have the line for the nose. We'll do a stop cut again. Then we cut it down. That will take wider than the nose because of the cuts that we had, but that is perfectly fine. That'll create some cheeks that we'll be able to adjust later. Okay. So now you should have two stop cuts. One of the to the helmet will go deeper, that is perfectly fine, and one for the nose. So now on both sides we'll do a stop cut and then another one. Try to be sort of symmetrical. Okay, so now we have two stop cuts. I hope you see. on both sides of the nose, and then we'll remove all the excess wood on both sides, like this. And I don't carve eyes, I paint them instead, so we will not carve any eyes. So you see on this side we have the nose popping out. Do the same thing with this side. Remember to always control your strength, especially with this cut, because you don't want to cut yourself if you slip or anything. Okay, so now we have the nose popping out. Well, I guess I have usually a pretty flat nose. So what I do from here, I carve deeper and deeper. I don't know if you can see with this guy, but I carve deeper for both sides of the eyes, and then I paint them in the, not the hole, but the depth that I carve. So yeah, don't be afraid to remove wood here, because the deeper you go, the bigger your nose will be, and we like big nose. I always say that I have a fairly big nose myself, so why not carving these little guys with big nose? Okay. Now it should be fairly deep on both sides. Make sure you fix the cuts that you've done. I went a bit too deep. Okay. So now we have the big depth for both sides of the eyes. Now we can continue just carving around for the helmet. I don't do any ears either. Let's say that I hide everything under the hair and the beard. I want to keep that simple. And I'm sure, like I said, this video will be at least an hour long already, so stop cuts for the helmet. Try to be straight. It looks like I'm not too bad this time. I'm pretty happy with it. Just go around, remove the wood from below. Okay, we have a little helmet and a little beard and a little nose. Make sure you remove wood on this side, on both sides basically. Alright, cut, remove that. Okay, this the below part of the helmet, it's kind of important that it's flat, because it's not rounded or anything. So fix the little sides here and there, like before. If you see an edge, a sharp corner or anything, make sure you cut it. You don't want to have edges or sharp corner like that. Okay. Can V-cut a little bit in the back, get a little bit more depth. Okay. Now we have big feet, big everything. We'll fix that for obvious reason. Now I say that we could cut the little corners of the nose on both sides. Okay. And then just remove the edges all the way to either a straight line, or you can leave a little bump on the nose like that. I don't know if you see anything, but yeah, maybe like that. But I'll be out of zoom, focus. Okay. Try to fix my big cut. Oof, that is bad. At least it doesn't show that much when I paint. Okay. So we have a big nose. Once again, if you have corners, make sure you cut them. Okay. What I usually do here is I do the cheek. So from the little corner of the nose that we just created, I draw diagonal lines. Then I go, I'm really square when I do that, but I kind of like the result of it. So I kind of follow these. So it kind of creates these little shapes. So don't do a stop cut straight. Go in an angle, so we'll be able to come back in a V shape after to remove them. That will create some depth. I don't know if I can show that properly to you. Alright, and here. Okay. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure you see anything. Let's hope you see something. And the other angle, I come back and I cut as best as I can to create some depth in the cut. It will be really gentle, but you will still be able to see the depth, probably, I hope. And I kind of failed, sorry. You probably don't see anything from here. I kind of have to look at my little cut. Okay. So I don't know if you see one side is done, this one here, compared to the other, you probably see it. Same thing on the other side. Not perfect, but it works. Okay, so the mouth is really simple. You see we have the little line here. All my guys are like kind of sad. Well, first we'll just remove the front of the wood. Once again, it's from the bandsaw. We don't want to have that later if you paint, because it's kind of bad. The paint doesn't get in that much. Okay. So one step cut on one side, one step cut on the other. Create this little triangle, and then you go in, and then in again from the other side. Okay. What do I do here is I go deep cut, and then little pyramid cut. So you probably don't see that because it's too small, but it creates a little depth. And if you feel like it, you can go straight, and we'll create a little lower lip. So you go straight with a little cut. So we'll just remove the little part below, and that will create a lower lip. Okay. Now we just round the little corner here, because we don't want to have a sharp beard. That's bigger. That kind of looks like Santa Claus for now. That's the thing with my little guys, funnily enough. When they're on the way, they really look like Santa Claus. Okay, with a sword. Santa Claus with a sword. Let's remove wood from the corner. So now we could let's run the helmet at the end because that's really not important. So we have the general face. Like I said, I don't carve eyes, so I will just leave them hollow. I paint them instead. Let's trim that beard down a little bit. He really has a thick beard. Wow. Maybe I went a bit overboard, but that's okay. Maybe he's not a Viking. Maybe he's a dwarf. Okay. Let's remove these corners on both sides. So now what we want to do is well, I see that I've done on this side, but make sure that both feet are kind of symmetrical. For me, I see that I have to remove a little bit more wood. So we could do the arms, I guess, no? We already have the stop cut here for the left hand. So what I do is I follow the arm and I go another stop cut straight. So now we have a little square-ish. Then I do another one, not that far from it, as you might see. And then you come in from this direction, and then from the other direction. Alright, so now you created the little guard for the sword, and then I come here, remove that little part, that little part, same thing below. Okay. Then it will come from the top here. So now we have the hand, but we want to have the little part of the sword that is going out here. So we'll basically remove a little part to make it straight here, and I basically, since the hand is pretty small here, we'll just cut a little square like that with 2 stop cut, and we'll just basically remove the wood. It's just a really small detail. If you don't feel like it, don't do it, but it kind of creates this cute little detail. Can be great. All right. Okay, it's a really tiny. I don't even know if you can see that. Yeah, you can maybe see it here. Yep. Good. So the arms are obviously. Oops. See, I was going with the green. I would have absolutely split the arm in half. Don't do like me. If you see that it's happening, stop the cut, go from the other side. Just make sure you round everything. Remove the front wood here as much as you can, so it's not the big flat plane. Okay. One thing I like to do is to just add a little V-cut here in the middle. Give a little sense of elbow joint, something like that. Okay. There we go. Okay. Well, there's this little cut here that I've done by mistake, but it's kind of like the look of it. Okay. Now the arm is really small because I removed a lot of wood. So what do? We remove more wood. Okay. Okay. So we have the arm, we have the hand, we have the sword. Once again, remove the top layer because it's still what used to be the end of the block. It's better when we paint. So it's still super flat. Make sure you round the edge of everything here, including the sword. All the little edge. Gotta make it sharp. Alright, split it a little bit, that's fine. Okay, that's a little broken sword we got here now. Okay, it's not really flat anymore, sadly. Okay. Alright. Kind of broke the sword, but it's not unfixable. Okay. Okay, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. So the other arm, really simple. Let's make that flat. So we cut somewhere around here. Move from the top. Cut the corners. Remove the flatness of things. Remove the top. Same thing for the arm. Okay. So what I do here, to have a little thumb, I just remove, if you see, I would just remove a little square, basically, a little rectangle. Basically, cut here, and that's it. We got a thumb. Just make sure you round everything again. And I realized that I forgot the fingers. We'll go do that. So finger is pretty simple. You can take your pencil, but like 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, and then you V-cut it. And you pop that thing out if it wants to go, and you do that 3 times. You have your little fingers. Same thing on the other side. I will just eyeball it. Okay, so we got fingers. The edges. Okay, the back now, and well, the front. So what I do is I create a little tunique in this difference from with the pants. Realize that once again I remove. The arm is really small now. Okay. So we'll we'll just from the thumb basically all the way to the other side, I draw a straight line, straight-ish line. Then same thing on the back. So we'll do V cuts. It doesn't have to be really straight or anything. Just kind of follow your line. So that will make a little, I don't know, shape in the fabric of the tunic of the guy. I don't know if you see. It's a little shape. Same thing with the back. Okay, same thing in the back. So this flat part, now I guess it's time to remove it. So yeah, just remove that. Make as many cuts as you need. It's just looks better in my opinion. Make sure you leave no sharp edge. So from here, there I do a straight line stop cut that I follow along. I'm trying to make it so that you can see it. Alright, so I'll put my hand to hold. I'll show you after. So you see the stop cut here. You see the line with the light now. And then from there I carve from below. So that will create the edge of the fabric. You can see from this guy basically. Looks like he has a belt or anything. I haven't carved anything, but it kind of creates this sense of depth with the clothing. So we're doing the same thing here, basically. Okay. And we will do the same thing with the back. Kind of pop some wood. It was a bit too close from the cut that we just done earlier, so it kind of popped the wood. That thing we can't fix. There we go. Remove sharp edge. Okay. So now we have the tunic and stuff. The last big part that we have to do really is, well, finish up the feet. Maybe give a little bit more life to the legs. So from the front, I just basically do a little pyramid thing here. I don't know if you see, but there's a little V there. Give a little pence. And then basically this guy from the back will do a little bump. So I come straight, and then I come from both sides, and I cut the triangle. And pop that thing up. Here's a little bum. And like the little knight and the other guys, we will do kind of a pants. So we'll join that thing down here. So a little diagonal cut like that. Then I pop the wood. Gonna create a shoe and give a little bit more life to the pants. And I do that in the back too, on both. And the corners. And then this one with the sword, we're going back up, so it's just a little cut here. There we go. Make sure you remove all the edges, all the sharp corners. Same thing in the front here. Trying to have both feet kind of looking the same. And then we'll just fix the little front side here. Which time are we now? Yep. We have the feet. I'll just remove the little front. Remove the wood for the painting later. All right. Okay. Bit too sharp on the edge. So one thing that I do with all my little guys to give the beard, and that's what I like to do, is just a couple of little V cuts. I usually do 3. You can see the difference. 3 on one side, 3 on the other. I try to be symmetrical as much as I can. If they're not exactly symmetrical, it's really not the end of the world. Okay, and then the last one here. Alright, I don't know if you can see the little V's. So in the middle, somewhere around the shoulder, I guess, I do a big cut here. And then another cut. It creates this line. Then you can do a little, you can remove a little bit on both sides, create a little V. Kind of just make a little, makes the hair and the beard pop. Oh, that's a big one on this side. Wait. Well, that'll do. Went a little bit too big. I guess we will see the, as you can see, we can see the cut between the hair. So if you want, you can do V cuts, the little triangle that I've done all the way around. I will not do this for this guy because I don't really feel like it, but that'll give some shape. And the last thing you have to do really is rounding the helmet. And here it is. Oh, one detail we can have, yes. A little one. I think I've said the last detail for the last 25 minutes, but we will do just a little line. Little stop cut. Basically create a little sole for the shoes. Don't have to stop cut deep, and then we just popped a little bit of wood a little bit there. It's also cool to paint this little part. I've done the same thing with the little knight. Not like Viking had little soul like that, but that is fine. It's not an historically accurate depiction of a Viking warrior. So here it is. That's our little guy for this time. Big Betty. It's not really muscular. It's just like, yeah, probably drank a little bit too much mead and so here it is with the others. Painted, linseed oil, and the brand new one we've done today. So yes, I hope you liked it. I hope it was insightful, and I hope you've seen what I've done. And yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for staying with me, guys, through my journey, learning how to carve. And yes, I hope we can see each other in the next video. Bye-bye.